I'm faking it. I'm just out here just, soaked as fuck for fun. Well, now I don't even have a bicycle or anything. No clothes. The only thing I own now. See, when you become homeless, surely but surely, all of your shit disappears. Okay? That's part of becoming homeless. You no longer own anything. So anything that I had is now gone. My bicycle is gone. Everything's gone. I'm so mad right now. Like, no, but didn't people tell me that I need friends? Didn't people tell me that I need to trust people? And look at the situation I'm in. No bicycle now, no nothing. Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. I've been trying to escape for 20-something years. 20-something years I've been trying to escape. I'm literally a prisoner. I'm fucking a prisoner. I have not been free since I was a child. I'm a fucking prisoner. Probably always will be, because I have no way to escape being a prisoner. Society threw me back in that box when they called and got me fired from my job. Society threw me back in that box when they called and had me arrested for crimes I didn't commit. Which, by the way, I just got those dismissed last week. None of this is my fault, and I've lost everything. And now I'm continuously losing stuff. I just bought that bicycle a week ago. It was my means to an end, and now it's gone. I will have no way to charge my phones. I haven't had a way to charge my phones. It's been an absolute fucking struggle every single fucking day. And things just got worse because I just got stuck in a rainstorm, and now I have no way back to my camping spot for the night. Which means that not only do I not have any clothes, no nothing. I don't even have a half a bottle of water. No bicycle. All of that stuff is miles and miles and miles from here. And I have no way to go get it because someone said that they were going to come pick me up and they didn't. And now this has left me in a 10 times worse predicament. This is what always happens. This is why I was working so hard to keep my car. Why am I trapped here? Why didn't they just let me die? I died like 6-7 times. Why did they do that? I literally, if I'm angry about anything today, it's that they kept bringing me back when I died. Because this is hell on earth. Every person that I come in contact with is the same person. No one will ever convince me otherwise. They're all the same fucking people. So, not if I was doing fucking great to start with, because, clothes clearly don't fit. My shoes are fucking cut in half, Now I don't even have a bike to get from here to there. And the only clothes I have are these. Everything that was in my book bag got taken out yesterday so that I could wash it, and nothing got put back in it. So I have nothing. I don't even have a driver's license now. So much for getting a fucking job, right? Not that I was looking, because why would I do that? I already did that for 2.5 years. Okay? And I found a job and y'all got me fired. So, yeah, now I don't have a driver's license. I don't have a bank card. I don't have anything. I have nothing. There's nothing in this bag. It's empty. My bicycle, everything, gone. All I have is a dirty bowl, a battery pack, a toothbrush, and a hairbrush, and a little bit of protein. That's it. That's how the cookie crumbles. And that's how becoming homeless, lose your shit. This is how it is. Somebody said, oh, you can leave it here for a little while. Okay, well, thanks. So I do. And now that person's missing. So that means my shit's missing too. It's not like this person's a junkie. They're actually older. They're just a piece of shit. I'm telling y'all, every person I come in contact with behaves the same way. I've never got a different result. I've only met the same people over and over and over and over. And some might say, oh, it's the way you pick them. No, honey, you don't understand. We're talking preachers, pastors, school teachers. All the same. Business owners, House of Representatives, people in politics. I'm exhausted, you know. I'm exhausted from the same fuckers over and over and over. And, you know, I had no choice but to try to do something because, I mean, you see what it was like being out here in the city. I was stalked every day. I had people messing with me. I mean, literally had to file how many police reports. So I've been going off grid at night, and I figured I have to start trusting people. I'm going to literally die out here, okay? It ain't even been 2-3 days, homie. It ain't even been 2-3 days. And this motherfucker is already on some shiesty fake ass shit. I mean, it doesn't matter man or woman. I've already been able to decipher that if it's a woman, and at any point if my mere existence makes her feel some type of way about her existence, then it's gonna be hell, okay? And they turn cutthroat real quick when you don't feed into their buffoonery. You know, like the winery owner that was an alcoholic, and I refused to let her talk to me any old way just because she paid me a paycheck. It's shit like that I won't put up with. But guys, they try to come into your aura because they're perverts. So it ain't no better, men or women. The women are petty and the men are perverts. Oh, it's pee-pee. Humans are pee-pee. They really are. They really are. They suck so bad. So bad. So I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I guess we're going to stick it out on the streets. I mean, I can't get back to my camping spot at all because I don't have a bicycle, nor do I have a ride, nor do they have Uber out here, which I've already explained time and time fucking again, and I won't even start today. Yeah. I have no more clothes now. Bicycle, I mean, I guess, you know, it'd take me half a day's hike to get back over there where all my stuff is, my water supply, all of my dry food supply, everything that I have. So, and speaking of which, since I had sometimes access to a fridge, I went ahead and bought me like $100 worth of groceries because I absolutely need to eat. Well, I guess that's a waste now too. Every person I try to trust ends up being a carbon copy of the last. And this person probably only helped me to try to hurt me in the long run. What do I mean? I don't know. I have crazy shit happen. I have people try to get close to me just so they can film me or ask me personal questions to film my response. It's wild. People are not right in the fucking head. I don't know. I don't know, but it's really lightning, you know. I love that people care so much about me that they leave me in the thunder and lightning. You know, I would have had a bicycle, would have I not been told that I was going to get a ride out of here. You know, let's be reasonable right now. Me bicycling 20-30 miles a day for food and water would have been not only impossible, but I was going to end up in the hospital. So, you know, I had to make arrangements in order to have my things in one area so that I have food and water and a means to an end, right? All of that hard work for nothing. We're back at square one. Oh, except with no bike. You know, seriously, it could get a lot worse. And it probably will. This is the fucking reality. Being a channel owner, I'm starting to see that it's going to be damn near impossible to find people to get close to, because people want to hurt you when you own a channel. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if it's envy. I don't know if it's confusion. I don't know. I don't understand it. I am not famous. I did not join this platform to fucking become famous. I joined this platform to tell my story in hopes of helping other people over and over and over, to a point that I'm exhausted from telling my story. And so now I shut up about it. I just want to talk about what's going on currently. Because when I was talking about the past, nobody was listening. People called me a liar. People got me fired from my job. People called the cops and had me arrested for crimes I didn't commit. I've already had one of the roughest fucking lives that a human can fucking fathom. Yeah. One of the roughest fucking lives that a human can fathom. And I've never done anything like people have done to me. But time and time again, I'm put in this position. For over 20 years now, I've tried to escape this godforsaken town and be able to stand on my own 2 goddamn feet. And when I was this close with a $1,300 check in October of last year from Google, when I was this close, a lie sent me back to jail after almost 10 years of no fucking trouble, and everything was twisted around on me. And here I am, back in the same goddamn position that I was trying so fucking hard for 22 years to fucking escape. And you motherfuckers played right into it. You know, it's just crazy. It's crazy that all of this bad shit has happened to me. What's even crazier is that I try to talk about it and motherfuckers want to victim blame. You ain't gonna do that around here. You won't be here very long. I know what I've been through. I was there. You weren't. Matter of fact, there's a fucking record of everything I've been through, from foster care to molestation to physical beating to being raped to being trafficked to the deaths to me dying. There's a record of it all. They had to bring me back. EMS records, hospital records. Everything I speak of, there's a fucking record for. From the foster care system to my bicycle being missing all of a sudden this afternoon. And it's not missing. I know exactly where it's at. It's at the woods with my shit, but I can't get over there. I would have brought the bike if I knew I wasn't going to have a ride back, but it looks like I ain't got no ride back. So, yeah, you ain't going to come around here victim blaming me. I've had one of the hardest motherfucking lives that a human can fathom. And I'm a better person than most people out here. But society will lie to you and say otherwise because they hate themselves. And they know that I see through their bullshit. And they know that what they're doing is wrong. So they want to deflect on me because I have a criminal record from over 20 years ago. It's crazy. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Yeah, you're not going to victim blame over here. As a matter of fact, we're going to do things differently over here. Way different. Rationally. With common sense and care. Wouldn't it be some shit to make it through everything I've made it through and I get struck by fucking lightning? Hey, I know where I'm going though. Bring it on. I've been begging. Please fucking strike me dead. Do me a miracle, please. Get me out this shithole. Y'all, tell me why I was in the gym and this lady was in there. These old ladies was in there doing a personal fitness session. I really think that they pay for companionship. because their female instructor and them were just hanging out the whole time. I do. I think that these little elderly women around here pay for companionship from their PT, which there's nothing wrong with that, but there was a lot of tea being spilled and no working out going on, and so I was like, I bet these little old ladies just love to come in here and shoot the shit with this girl every week. I mean, she seems like a nice girl. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, this is different than Florida. There's no talking in the gyms down there. People are getting it done, okay? Get out of their way. Yeah, my shoes are torn to shit. Look at that. I just bought these 3 months ago from Goodwill, and they're already torn up, and they're supposed to be $150 tennis shoes. And they were brand new when I bought them. Trying to prevent my bag from getting wet. I'm really pissed right now, you know. I've never been able to rely on people, ever. Not one singular person. I cannot think of one time in my entire life that I was able to rely on someone. Not once. Nobody keeps their word. Everybody's a fucking flake. And more often than not, people will do shit like this just to put you in a bad position. Because they can. It just, I guess narcissists, it just makes them feel all tingly all over to fuck your day up. I don't know. I can't explain it. Never would I ever. And like I said, like, if I knew somebody was in my position, I would be there for them. You know what I mean? Yeah, hey. No, I'm good. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. I'm on the phone, but hello. I appreciate it. You too. Well, thank you. Oh, yeah. No, but what was your name? Nice to meet you, and thank you so much. You too. Y'all be safe in the rain. Bye. Oh, that was sweet. So she pulled up. She said she follows me. She said she was wondering if I needed a ride. Thank you, Tabitha. You're so sweet. See, and this is what happens with PTSD. This is what codependency is. You can't trust new people. You run back to old people that have constantly did you fucking wrong because, well, I guess you know what they're going to give you. New people sketch you out even more. Ain't that fucking sad? And you're trapped in the fucking cycle. Not to mention if you happen to have any legal documentation or legal ties to somebody, it makes the whole situation worse. For instance, I decided to call the EBT office to ask them if I would qualify for EBT because I need it, right? And she said, well, you can't qualify here. She said, because your last mailing address was in Stokes County. I said, ma'am, I had food stamps in Forsyth for 6 months or a year back in 2024. I said, I stopped getting it at the beginning of 2025. I said, I actually don't even have my card. I cut it up and got rid of it because I didn't know, you know. And she said, well, you were never even supposed to get food stamps in this county anyway. She said, you were supposed to go to Stokes because that was your last mailing address, which was my abuser's address. So if I even want food stamps, I actually have to go here in this county to even apply for them. So I'm tied here. I can't just up and go somewhere else and get help. And y'all, some of y'all, I know that some of y'all, maybe some of y'all just don't know. Maybe some of y'all just don't know. Somebody was in my comment section talking about subsidized housing and about me qualifying for subsidized housing. Bless your heart. It's okay. Let me do the thinking for you. Do you see any children? Oh, I don't qualify. I'm not elderly. I'm working able. I'm an able-bodied person. I don't qualify for housing, honey. Most adults don't. There's only specific circumstances that a able-bodied adult would even qualify for subsidized and or low income housing. You gotta meet the criteria. I don't. I know I'm homeless. I know, bitch. I know. That's what I said. I'm homeless. That's what I said. And she said, well, you ain't got no football team of children, honey. I said, yes, ma'am. I know. And you also ain't on no Social Security. I know. You also don't have a disability. Yep, you're right. Now it's starting to make sense, don't it? Now it's starting to make sense, doesn't it? Not everyone, homeless or not everyone qualifies for subsidized housing, low income housing, and or housing assistance. Not to mention, we've already do I need to go down memory lane when it comes to the homeless shelter? Because that's laughable. The closest homeless shelter next to me is an hour away. My book bag is getting soaked. Look at the puddle. The closest one is an hour away. They are only open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So where do the homeless people sleep? Great question. Not there. They sleep on the streets like the other homeless people. It's called the Interactive Resource Center. And matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, they found a dead body in the parking lot. A young 25-year-old white male had been shot dead in the parking lot of the Resource Center. So as you can see, it's not safe, nor is it a place for homeless people to actually be. Making sure I ain't got nothing in here that's wet. Like, that'll get wet and explode. Like a vape or, I don't know, earphones. I'm not even joking. There are no resources for homeless people. It is a lie, you guys. A lie. All of it. Everything. The fact that people don't know this is just crazy. Look at this beautiful girl. Look at this beautiful girl. And I'm going to shout this girl out because her channel's doing pretty decent, but it needs more. Look at this beautiful girl. Her channel is called It's Not Quite Van Life. She does not have a van. She's actually homeless like me. We are the new faces of homelessness. This is not 1965 anymore. Fortunately, we have resources nowadays, whether it's the river or a gym membership. In my little town, we have a rec center where I can pay $4 to wash up if need be. We are the new faces of homelessness. Specifically because we simply cannot afford rent. Back in the day, in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, those bums chose to do drugs and drink. Us bums simply can't afford rent. I make money. Not very much. But I make enough to make a truck payment or a rent payment. Nothing else would be left over, about $1,000 a month. This girl ran away from home at 17. I'm willing to bet that that's her business, but I'm willing to bet probably had something to do with abuse in the home. This is the same thing I did when I was her age. I was 16 and I got missing. People are not asking her how she survives in the desert heat or the winter weather. They were talking about how perfect her hair was and how she has to be faking homelessness. It's so reminiscent of my channel, where people are so concerned about things they shouldn't be, instead of being supportive for me. The way that they live out of their backpack and their hair looks amazing. First of all, I like her channel. I wish my channel was more like hers. She's just so peaceful, and she's accepted that life. I think she's been homeless for about 2 or 3 years now. She's probably 19, maybe going on 20. Apparently she goes into the city for the summer, and then in the winter when it gets cold, she goes out to the desert where it's warmer. But you all know the conditions in the desert are just like the conditions out here in the mountains. It's dangerous. You could die. Apparently she travels with a bunch of nomads, and they all hang out together and help each other. And the issue with that type of life is that a lot of those nomad traveling I don't know what to call them, cults. The problem with that is there tends to be, because of the younger crowd, there tends to be some drugs involved. And so this is why I stay away from homeless encampments like that, because even if the majority of people are not doing drugs, you always got that 1 or 5 loose heads that are out there doing meth in the middle of the night. And I don't hang around people, much less people that do drugs, okay? So I don't want to be in a homeless encampment. I don't want to be in a campground. I don't want to be in a homeless shelter. That is where your recovery is going to be on the line. You are better off by yourself, trusting 1 or 2 people, you know, somewhere to have a fridge, somewhere to cook your food, somewhere to wash your ass. Like, you're going to have resources in order to make it. And as you can see by my current circumstances, people are not reliable. People want to play with your life. Your income upsets you. I don't understand you guys. I don't at all. I explain to people, listen, here's the thing. All right, let's say somebody wants you in their life, right? Let's say some girl is like obsessed with you. I'm obsessed with you. I want you in my life. Come in my life. Would I not do anything and everything to make you happy, to try to not love bomb you, but show you my better side so that you would want to be around me? Am I crazy? Because see, if I want to be around somebody and I want them to want to be around me, I'm going to be sweet as pie and accommodating and try to help them in any manner that I can so that I can lighten their load and be their rock in some manner. But you know, it's crazy because I've never had a singular person in my whole damn life do that for me. Not one person bend over backwards to make me happy. Not one person can. I don't know how can I put it in a concept? Put it into a concept, Brooke. All right, I got it, I grasped it. I love to cook, right? And there's been people that I've dated in the past, and I would get off of work early, or I didn't have to work till that night, and our schedules were opposite, and I would go out of my way to cook this lovely dinner and, you know, dress the table, have the candles going, and so many people were unappreciative of shit like that. Like, come in with a bad mood, not even give me a kiss at the door, and then you see that I've like cooked this dinner and you can't even be appreciative of that. Not only did I cook you a dinner, but I also packed you a lunch for tomorrow, and you literally come in a bad mood, starting an argument, and the night just goes to shit. So many times I've had that happen, and it's crazy to me. Crazy. You know, I was about to say, why would somebody do that? I just think that people are narcissistic. I think they're ungrateful. Why would somebody do that? I don't know. I know I could never do that. And quite the opposite. If I see that somebody has went out of the way for me, which nobody ever does, I'm not even joking in the slightest. If I saw that somebody had went out of their way for me, I would want to be more accommodating and like bend over backwards to make them happy for being so good to me, you know? It really sucks. It really sucks to have this extremely caring side, because I go from 100 to 0 real quick, you know, or 0 to 100. And like, I'm on both ends of the spectrum. Like, I'm the most sweet, caring person you'll ever meet, but I'm also the bitch that might slit your throat if you cross me the wrong way. So it's like I can go from one extreme to the other. It sucks to have the desire to want to be kind and sweet and completely just a dandelion, and have to be an actual line because of my circumstances. And also, you know, people are changing. They're a lot more sensitive and soft than they used to be, and I'm extremely rough around the edges. Oh crap, I forgot to close that. I did do a small workout, but it was nothing to brag about. I'm just pre-mensing so bad, like, and then I didn't have my nicotine patch, and I've been doing so good on those. That's what I'm saying, like, I don't know, man. I just don't get enough credit. I really don't. I really don't. You know, it's so crazy. It's so crazy that I've never done a singular thing that people have done to me to other people. But I get the bad rap because I run my mouth on the internet. People can suck my cock. I live on the streets. I don't want to hear it. God. They'd freaking die if they had my childhood. They'd freaking die if they had to go through the shit that I've been through. They'd freaking die if they had their daughter illegally stolen from them. They'd be in a mental hospital. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. And then the whole Planet Fitness thing, and then the truck thing, and my job thing. You know, not one person, even in my following, has had my back. Not one person that I can said, you know what, Brooke, that's fucked up. And this is why I stay away from people. Because if that was you, bitch, I'd be ready to cut a motherfucker. Do you hear me? Bitch, we ride it down. To where? Whoever got you fired to house. And this is why I stay away. This is why I'm a felon. Because I'm real. Yeah, that makes me real. Phonies call your job and get you fired. Real ass people show up and whoop your ass. Fake people are scared and they act like cowards. They can only be petty and passive aggressive. Real people will punch you in the throat. I miss those days. Take me back, please. Please. You know, there was a lot more respect back then. Not only did people respect each other more, but they respected themselves more. I think that I petition for them to graduate and receive a diploma and a throat punching at the same time. Hear me out. Hear me out. If they come off the graduation stage and we're like, here's your diploma. I just think we should try it at like 2 high schools and see if those people act more mature and like adults and ethical than the ones that don't get throat punched. Let's do a study in a small town. Oh, welcome to adulthood. Throat punch and diploma. You graduated. Congratulations. Fist to the throat. And I bet you those people that get throat punched, they'll do better and have a higher level of respect for others and themselves than the people that don't get throat punched. I'm telling you, there has to be a reason that these people are out here getting cloned. They act like they're being cloned, okay? They really do. It's like the same carbon copies just over and over. It's like, surprise me by being authentic. Can't do that, boss. Being authentic puts a target on your back in today's society. It really does. Going against the grain, that's being authentic. Anything outside of going against the grain is a sheep. I don't make the rules. It is what it is. Either you're a follower or you're a leader. You're a sheep or you're a wolf. I don't know. I just know that I don't make the rules. It is what it is. I feel like you can't really have a happy life unless you go against the grain and you completely rebel against this bullshit. This made up bullshit. They made all this shit up and it sucks. Their blueprint sucks. Look at this world. I don't want to be a part of it. I wanted to be a part of it for like 2-3 years, remember? And I fought hard. I fought hard. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess chill out here, you know. That's what I'm saying. I can't trust anybody to take me over to that spot because all of my stuff is there. And if, Lord forbid, somebody found out where it was, then I would lose everything that I've worked so hard to hide there. And I just, I don't trust people at all. It's just, you don't understand. You don't understand. Every singular person I've ever tried to get close to has fucked me over. Every single one. I really think it's because they know that I'm incapable of doing that. Even after they've done something wrong to me, I'm not a vengeful person. I actually let it go because I'm probably stupid. I think it's codependency, I think that when you care about somebody and you love somebody, you forgive them, and you shouldn't. You have to cut people like that out of your life. I've talked about this time and time again, you know. But I'm in the situation where, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Like, things go from bad to worse every single day. Every single day. I don't know what God wants from me. I don't know what, you know, I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't. And I'm to a point where I don't care. Like, I would, you know, if I had a way to charge my phones, I would sit on the fucking curb every day and just talk to you guys all day. Because that's where I'm at in life. I've completely given up. The only thing I care about is working out and eating. And that's another thing, the food thing. So many people give me shit online for eating. Homeless people aren't supposed to eat, I guess, right? I mean, are some of y'all so fucking miserable that you don't want homeless people to eat? Because I just got to I just got to say, if that's the case, you're some of the most evil, disgusting people that walk this earth. If you think for a moment that homeless people shouldn't be allowed to eat, you deserve to die. You don't deserve the life that God has given to you. You're rude and you're evil. So many times I come with food. First of all, I started this channel and I started a cooking channel called Cook with Brooke. As some of you may remember, I had a cooking segment here. Still do. I might actually start a third channel that's just Cook with Brooke. Because I had a segment on this show where I would cook stuff in the wild down at the beach just 2 months ago. And now I pop up with new meal plans showing you guys how to eat a healthier. Everything I ate today, by the way, that hamburger bowl, you could have ate all of that and the vegetables and you would have felt amazing tomorrow. All of that was a healthy meal and you could probably eat as much as all of that hamburger, the jalapenos. What else was on there? Sweet potatoes. So it was a sweet potato based bowl, delicious by the way, with hamburger and cheese. And then jalapenos, mayonnaise and mustard on the hamburger. And then I had grilled peppers and onions. You could have ate both of those containers and you will not only lose weight, but you will gain muscle. So I started doing this like last week. We would go to the park and I would bring my food with me. It's lightning. Please, Jesus, take me home to the sky where I belong. Dear Jesus, I'm in hell. Yes, on earth. Anyways, I started bringing food to the park. Okay? And people are running their mouths about the fact that I have food. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is because I figured it out with Stephanie on the phone the other day. It's because I eat healthy. It makes people feel bad about themselves. She said that she noticed that they really go in on me when it's something like a salad or super healthy, like something with the salad and the Kiwan. They really go, the more bougie or healthier the meal seems, the more they go in on the comments section. That is what my psychologist said from watching my channel. She said that they were trying to push me back into an eating disorder. I said, damn, you're good, girl. You are so fucking good. Let's dig our toes in and come up with more recipes. So that's what I've been doing. Because I picked up on what my own following, by the way, what my own following was trying to do to me by mentioning the food. See, I've told people in the past that it is a trigger for me to talk, for people to talk about my food. For a lot of people that suffer with eating disorders like I do, for people to, sometimes people will try to control you by controlling your food and your mood because they know that your appetite is closely related to your mood. It's actually something that narcissists do if they know that you suffer with an eating disorder, right? They like power control, sometimes even over the physical aspect of you. So Stephanie picked up on that right away because I talked to her about that. You know, it really bothers me that people think that I should not wash my ass, that I should not have a clean shirt, that I should not have a blender bottle and protein. You see my priorities, right? This is what pisses people off. It does. They want me to get a damn tent, homie. I need a tent. Screw this protein. Screw this food. I should have bought a tent. You know what I mean? Remember? No, I brought it up. I said it really bothers me that I can't even be grateful. You know how many times this week I've had my lunch packed? Every day that I did that, I filmed it. So it was, 2 or 3 days this week I was able to have access to a kitchen and film that for you guys. And now that's done. So it lasted for 2-3 days. I wish that people that actually care about me, I wish that y'all would see that I have literally had every single person in my spectrum aura out here trying to harm me because of my channel. As I said, I don't know if they're jealous. I don't know if they're scared I'm going to tell their secrets. I don't know. I just know that being a channel owner, it has made everyone, and as I mentioned earlier, it's not like I have a great track record of people being loyal to me. No. People come into my spectrum to try to use me, okay? Let's not forget that I used to make 6 figures. But yeah, I'm being for real. So I already have a bad track record of, it's just got another hole of trusting people. Everybody I trust does me dirty. And then people I don't even know. There's a hole. I don't know where. Oh my God. That's what happened last time. Damn it. I just washed this last night. It's literally everywhere. That's why none of my stuff's in it and I don't have any in my property. Because I had to wash this. And I can't bicycle every single freaking day to the laundromat. Do you realize that you will have to go wash your clothes every day? It's 90% humidity out here right now. My clothes are soaked. And these are the only clothes that I even have on my back. Even if I had one singular other outfit, it's going to be dirty by in the morning. There's so much, y'all, that comes with this that most people would not think of. And I'm here to tell you, if it wasn't for the damn donations that I received the day that my truck was repossessed and the few days after that, I wouldn't have made it this far. Like, Jesus, it's been absolute hell. This is everywhere. It's literally all down in there now. It's always something, man. It really is. Every time that I've gotten to a place in my life where I'm finally like in a home and things are going good and like things are stable and I got money in the bank and I'm planning for the future, I'm just telling you, it just all comes crashing down of no fault of my fucking own. Not once. Not once. It's always somebody calling the law, lying on me, somebody damn falsifying a fucking police report or some shit. It's just like, and this is why I've learned to stay away from people, because people hate themselves. I don't know. Is it because I'm poor and I've been around poor people and this is how poor people act? I think so. I really do, because when I get around social circles with people that have higher incomes and higher intellect, I've never had these problems. Matter of fact, 2 of my best relationships in my life were with people that were highly educated, went to prestigious colleges, had their shit together, and if it were not for dating them, I don't think I would be where I was at today. You know, it was dating them that led me to a certain level of awareness and away from degenerates. I don't know. I will say that these types of things, what types of things, Brooke? What types of things? Well, let's talk about specifically me. Being lied on, having the cops called when I didn't even do anything wrong. That whole situation Those bitches knew that I had a channel. The bitches at Planet Fitness, they knew I had a channel. I didn't know that they knew that I had a channel. So that was a personal attack. They were coming over to antagonize me, to try to get a reaction. They wanted me to get in a fight with them. They wanted me to lose everything. That's what I'm talking about. You get in certain higher end social circles and people don't behave that way. They would never call the cops and falsify a police report. They would be too scared that they would get arrested for falsifying a crime, which is what should have happened. But, you know, there's always time. Maybe not for criminal charges, but civil litigation, absolutely. What has been done to me was not only illegal, but there's, you know, court records that I was innocent. That is a criminal, a suable offense. Someone falsifying a police report saying that you did something that you didn't, and you actually being the victim of said crime that they accused you of. It's absolutely a suable offense, you know. It's just crazy that shit like that happens to me all the time. And once again, I do think that it's because I'm poor, and that I've been poor for most of my life, you know. Even when I was making 6 figures, I didn't get that money. I got a portion of it. But, yeah, not all of it, you know. Well, I think it's going to quit raining. If that's the case, then I can start walking. Yeah, I really am just at a point where every day is just so crazy. So it says 100% right now, 78% humidity, 86 degrees, which is not bad. It actually feels good out here for once. I was actually sitting behind the building just enjoying it because I was like half-assing the sunshine. When it's in the 80s, I want to be in the sunshine. But when it's y'all, last week it was 101 heat index. I was about to die. It was like 85% 95% humidity, 101 heat index. And that day, I had to bicycle like 20-something miles. Listen to this. I bicycled to wash my laundry, right? Because I was nasty. Go in there and try to freshen up a little bit with that little square brown towel that I have that I set on sometimes. I use that to dry off with if I get out of the river. It's just a house towel for like the kitchen. Anyways, I washed up in the bathroom a little bit, washed my clothes, bicycled out of there, and later that afternoon I had to go to a different laundromat and wash this book bag because the straps were so nasty and sweaty you could smell me coming from a mile away. That's another thing. All of the clothes that I have reek. I know that I wash them like 2-3 times a week. I don't know if it's being outdoors. I don't know if it's because it's hot and the clothes just hold smell. I don't freaking know. But like this brand new t-shirt, it reeks. Even if I wash it, I pull it out of the wash, it stinks. Everything stinks. Doesn't matter how much I wash it. It doesn't matter where I keep it. The humidity levels are so damn high. It doesn't matter. It's just that I wear the same thing so much and it's so hot that all of my belongings reek. I'm sorry. How am I supposed to find a job when I walk into a job interview and the interview is immediately over because of the smell? Most people would never even give thought to that. Have you ever stunk and been nervous about how you smell? Now imagine having to bicycle. I don't know. If I was going to look for a job, I better start looking in Greensboro because there's no jobs around here. So I would have to bicycle for 2 or 3 days. Or pay $120 for a damn Uber. Maybe. I would have to bicycle 2 or 3 days away. Stink. Have no place to shower. I just dropped money on the ground. And then walk into an interview smelling like ass. Because that's going to go well. Did I tell you guys about the guy from North Carolina that got hired? I think it was California. It was a Tesla location. African American family. Big bear of a papa bear. Okay, this man was like 6 foot tall. He just looked like a big old teddy bear, you know, like you could just tell that he was a good guy. You could feel his energy. He gets this job. I do believe it was Tesla, and he agreed to fly to California from North Carolina and leave his family right before Christmas. And his wife, I think, was a stay-at-home mom, so this whole job opportunity was a huge risk for the entire family, because him going to California, he didn't have a car. He was going to be living out of a hotel, and he was going to have to bicycle into the Tesla plant. One thing led to another. He went ahead and paid a few weeks in the hotel, and then he got him a bicycle. And his first day of work, he went through all of the hiring process, which, by the way, for those that don't know nowadays, you might get 3, 4, 5 rounds in some interviews. I'm not joking. They will string out job interviews, like job after. You have to go multiple rounds sometimes, and they will string it out for weeks, if not months, at some companies when you're trying to get a job. It's not like you just fill out an application and then they call you on a Zoom call and they do a singular interview. Absolutely not. A lot of these companies are doing multiple rounds of interviews with you multiple times. So he went through the whole hiring process for Tesla. He kisses his wife and children here goodbye weeks before Christmas here in North Carolina, and he takes off on a plane to California. He pays in advance for the hotel, bicycles in for his first day at work, and as soon as he pulls up to the plant, they immediately turn him away at the gate. No explanation. They're just like, oh, we changed our mind, we're not hiring you. And you know, I said when I read this article, I said it was because he didn't have a car, he didn't have a home, and he was from out of state. These companies, because there's so many people looking for work right now, these companies have gotten picky, and they don't want to deal with people that don't, quote, have their ducks in a row. You know, it's like, for instance, if you get hired with certain companies, they ask you, do you have your own phone and reliable transportation? You know, something like Uber, you're absolutely going to need that, you know, and like, you get what I'm saying. But I thought it was really screwed up the way that Tesla did him. I mean, extremely screwed up. And right before Christmas too. I mean, to get him all the way out to California and let him pay weeks, you know, because they had him scheduled to like train and then work, and he was going to be gone for weeks or months. And I really admire the fact that he said where there's a will, there's a way, and he got a bicycle and like bicycled in. But I do think that played against him. You know, it's Tesla. They're like, oh, you don't have the newest, I don't even know the name of a Tesla, y'all. You don't have the newest Tesla to drive to work in, you know? I mean, it's really cold-hearted. And I mean, I'm not saying that that's why they turned him away at the gate, but I'm willing to bet. You know, I'd put some money on it. His circumstances, you know. They're real uppity. I don't know. It was crazy. Oh, my back. I hope I didn't hurt something in there, y'all. I was snatching stuff all around. Yeah. I turned around, and the personal trainer was giving this nice old lady some massage with the massage gun, and I was like, oh shit, I might need to hire her. My back hurts. It does. My back hurts. I slept like crap last night, I swear to God. I woke up like 10 times, had to roll over in every position. I just woke up with my kidneys hurting even more. Y'all, what if I really need to see a doctor? I got a doctor's appointment next month, but that's for skin cancer, not for my kidneys. I think I got the skin cancer too. I'm falling apart. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Dude. Shit's wild. Today. I mean, at least it stopped raining. I guess I could take off on foot. I'm scared it might rain again. This is where I was at the last time. Did y'all see the thunderstorm last time? I was right here. There's an awning down there, and I was underneath. There's like you see that overhang? Well, there's steps that go down that one, right? I think that place used to be the YMCA, y'all. I'm not sure, but I know that everybody that works in there is extremely nice and helpful. And yeah. I do though. I think that the little old ladies around here value the companionship, you know. We need to start a bingo night, girls. Oh man, I do. No, they were working out and stuff. I was actually surprised. There was one lady in there getting it. She had that whole 45 bar. She was, the girl, the PT told her, she was like, do it like this. And that lady stepped up and she nailed it. She literally, like the first time the PT told her how to do it, she nailed it. It was almost like she had to have done it before. I mean, she done it so good. It was that 45 bar where you take it and you row with it, you know? And hell yeah. I saw them out here walking and stuff too. Y'all, the only time I ever dealt with a personal trainer, I pulled something in my leg, and then I started working out on my own. And I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be, but I'm by far in the best shape that I've ever been. Like, I mean, like, I looked good in my 20s. Don't get me wrong. Like, genetics, you kind of have genetics on your side when you're in your teens and your 20s. And I had my little, you know, I guess youthful, or, you know, I was average weight, good looking. Clearly, I was an exotic dancer, so clearly my body was my best feature at the time. But I don't know, it's different now. Like, I want to be bigger. Like, I'm trying to gain weight. I need to strap on like 40 pounds. I think I can do it. I really do. I really do. I really do. I know it sounds crazy. You're not, hold on, let me show you a picture. You need to see a picture to get the full. Let's see if I got that one. This is what I need to do. Did y'all see that they found that, I'm sorry, they found this teddy bear that was covered in human skin? Y'all, I don't want to get the video. They found out it was a prop. Look at this. First of all, it looks extremely real. Whoa. Yeah, you should have seen the face of it. It's even worse. So there was just this random teddy bear that was covered in what they thought was human skin with blood. And it looks legit, man. I mean, it looks like I would have guessed it was pig skin. Why we got to go with human skin? Why you got to see the glass half empty? What's that cop down there? Y'all. Oh, here it is. Oh. It's not good. All I'm going to say is it's disgusting, and I really thought that it was real. But apparently it was a movie set prop that somebody, like, you can't even see it. I hate my life. I need an editor so bad. Please, somebody. I can pay a few $100s to help me pump out a few videos a week. Like maybe 2 or 3. Like maybe 2 shorts and like 1 long video a week. 2 shorts and 1 long video. That's all I'm looking for an editor for. And I can pay you for that. For 4 or maybe 3 weeks out the month. I don't even need 4 weeks out the month. If I could just do 3 minor long videos a month and then 2 shorts a week. Maybe 3 weeks a month. It'd be perfect. And I can pay somebody. Maybe. I don't know. I might. Every time I say that, shit gets worse. It's like people think I got money. It's like, no. All I'm going to say is a lot of people don't understand the concept of business at all. You got to spend money to make money, honey. That's another thing that eats me up. My cell phones. That's what I told Stephanie. I said, girl, am I the dense one? What am I missing? If I don't have my cell phones, then I can't make money. That's how I stream. And then people want to say something about me streaming. Like, no. Hold on. Let me start over. Because the internet contradicts itself. If I go take some time off, then people are like, why are you missing? What are you up to? Da-da-da-da-da-da. You know? And then if I'm here, then they're like, oh, you're filming all the time. So I can never win. You'll never win with the internet. Okay? You'll never win. It's crazy. They contradict. Oh, remember when they're like, oh, what's your OnlyFans, girl? And I'm like, that's degenerate. Don't ask me for that. I don't have that. And then all of a sudden, now I'm too old. Like, but wait a minute. Hold up. You just was asking me for my... Y'all don't even make sense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Dude, I can't find it. Ugh. I need to delete some of these pictures off my phone before the damn FBI shows up and think I'm a weirdo. It's that mom and her children that were pole dancing. This is why I'm the problem. Let me mind my business before I piss some pole dancing mother off that's exploiting her children on the internet for clicks and views. I'm gonna shut up. I just don't agree with it, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, the wildest part is that they claim I'm an unfit mother. But never would I ever exploit my children like that. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't find it. People showing up to work out. I need to cut my hair so bad, or get a haircut. That ain't gonna happen anytime soon. There ain't nowhere around here. And hell, now I'm at the point where people sometimes recognize me, and it freaks me out, because I'm like, oh God, are they gonna try to kill me or set me up or call the law and lie, or Lord have mercy. You know, ain't that sad? Ain't it? I mean, think about it. Look at all the bad experiences I have living out of my car. I'm not trying to be cynical when it's like that every day, all day, with all this bad stuff going on. It's like, damn, I'm just trying to exist. I just walked in here to get a burrito, Brenda. I didn't come in here to bust your bubble. I promise. Can't I sit in the booth with my burrito and mind my business? No, it's too much. Brenda can't handle it. She's got to start something, say something, do something, be petty. I'm not even joking. I cannot be the only one that goes through this all the time. I cannot be. It's not just because I have a channel. No way. I think that people just are petty, and people deal with the petty, and that's crazy to me. Y'all just out here letting people bully y'all at work and stuff all day, and then y'all wonder why I ain't got a job. I can't even take Brenda being mad at me over a burrito. You think I can take Bob at Bell South as my boss? It's not going well, you know? At least I know that. And I don't, you know, yeah, for real though, at least I know that. I get out before the shit hits the fan, you know? I really do. I be like dodging bullets all the time. The winery was one of them. I was like, I'm about to quit this damn job. I got to hurry up and quit. Let me look at I got time to quit today. It was nice to know you. I can't allow you to talk to me like that, lady. People are wild. That's what I'm saying. But hell, she talks to everybody like that, so I should have knew what I was signing up for. I should have knew. Y'all, I got the jitters from the caffeine, but my energy was empty. Like, the caffeine level was sitting at like 60% in my body, but the energy level was sitting at like 20%. I done burnt through all my energy before I burnt through my caffeine. You know what I mean? Oh God, where's that blackberry? I think it's wet. No, the hair bow is. I don't think, I'm glad that it just like drizzled. Well, that wasn't a drizzle. You see how I gaslight myself? That wasn't a drizzle. That was a full-on thunderstorm, okay? Did you see the thunder and the lightning? It just drizzled. That was a full-fledged thunderstorm. And it was rough. Yeah, I'm not doing well. It's not been the best, if I'm being honest, you guys. It's been absolute hell on earth. No matter where I'm at. Even when I come into town and try to work with you guys and talk with you guys, It's not going well, you know. It's not going well. I'm literally back in hell. And I've never been in this hell because I've always had a car. I've always worked. I've always had a means to an end, you know. When you work, you can buy nice shit. And I deserved every single one of those cars because I worked. But now there's no jobs. And everywhere's going out of business. And I feel bad for all the man I rode. Oh my God, you guys. Remember I told you that there was a plant here and it was the best plant that you could work at. It was called Unify. And they made this, like, they manufactured yarn from plastic. It was like recycled items, I do believe. Listen, don't get me lying. I don't know. It's apparently one of the best places to work here, right? And it's a, you know, blue collar job, good benefits, stuff like that. I drove by there yesterday. I told you guys that they were sending their company overseas and they were firing everybody here, laying them off. Or I know there was a few people I heard through the grapevine that got job opportunities in like Japan or China, wherever they're sending it to. And I think it was Japan, but I could be wrong. Unify here in this town has been here for decades. And now they're sending the company, I think it's Japan. So anyways, they laid off all their workers here. And I'm telling you right now, that absolutely, I don't even know how many workers it is. I don't need to know. I know that if it was dozens, if not hundreds, and I know what kind of economic impact that's going to have on a town of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people. It's not good. I drove by that plant yesterday, rode by there, and it was a ghost land. Like, it was really sad. Like, I don't even like plants. Like, I don't like the overproduction, you know. We still need shit, you know. I see both sides. I drove by there and it was just sad and eerie to see it empty and vacant. And I mean, it's this huge warehouse, you know, where they do all of this work. And that definitely, absolutely is going to harm people. It's going to affect the income and the economy here. Those people are now out of a job and looking for work that doesn't exist. It does not exist. Unless you have the luxury of some white collar job that you can work from home. The world's changing, y'all. Like, it really is. It's changing. Jobs are disappearing. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The hell that I've been through in the past almost 3 years looking for work, I can't explain what the hell has happened out here. I just know that this is some kind of job market that I've never seen in my entire life, and I don't know what's going to happen going further because there is no opportunities anywhere I go. I was in West Virginia applying for jobs on Indeed, like, you know, Florida, like working with staffing agencies. Is it my record? I think that that's probably the case. I think that it is. And I think that a lot of people look at me and they're like, oh, she's a pretty girl. She's pretty intelligent. Somebody will hire her. And they pass that app on. Or they just, so many ghost jobs that I went to too. Like, people would call me and be like, oh, we've already hired, or, oh, that job doesn't exist anymore. Or I'd never hear anything back at all. Like a literal ghost job. They'd completely ghost you. There's more people than hired, more people being laid off than jobs being created, more companies going out of business, like literally bankruptcy, indefinitely closing, you know. I mean, COVID we're still seeing the aftershock of COVID, in my opinion. And it's not good, man. It's not good. None of it. I hope the big, beautiful bill just helped so many people. I'm sure it's just going to work so fabulous, and so many people are just going to be able to turn it all around, right? Probably. Y'all, it's raining so bad. It rained so bad. It's raining. Cats and dogs, can't you see? It rained so bad. My ADHD, listen, I need to learn to shut my mouth and I pick my phone up because I keep talking and my phone is in my hand. Hey, that's probably the prime time to ask me a question, you know. I'll tell you the truth. It's going to flow out. Let's see here. 85. It's supposed to rain. That's what I was trying to see. It's supposed to rain a little bit more at 5. I'm so mad that I washed this bag and it's wet. I'm pissed. Pissed. Do you hear me? Pissed. Damn. Let me tell you. So I was in the gym and went to walk in the bathroom and damn smacked a kid in the head with the damn door. I can't win, okay? I didn't know. That's like the second time in 2 weeks I've done that to a child. Listen, I do it to myself, swinging doors, so I don't even, listen, I can't even protect myself because I'm clumsy. It's not my fault if your tiny little terrorist, I did not mean to. She was so cool about it. I was like, hey, y'all know me. I'm so sorry. I know how I do. Y'all have heard me. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Yeah. Is that crosses up there or is that power lines? Is that Calvary? Are those crosses or I think they're power lines, right? They look like crosses with the smoke. Ain't that pretty? Oh, and the church van. Fitting. They look like crosses, though. That'd be so cool if somebody put some crosses with, like, some purple. Those purple, like, silk things. What them called? Silk. I don't know. You know, they always got them on Easter. They put them, I think that is no, that's power lines. That's power lines. I'm an idiot. I'm blind. That's power lines. They always put the silk purple stuff for Jesus. The purple is like, I guess, Christ's color. Let me tell you, listen, let me stop guessing because I do a lot of guessing around here. I think that the purple is for holiness, right? Alzheimer's disease. What? What? No, Jesus. Wow. Jesus' color. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Yo. Why is this? I swear to God, anything about Jesus, Google just fights me on. Purple ribbon for Jesus. Lent. Often during Lent to symbolize Jesus' royalty and kingship, also to represent his suffering and death. The color purple, historically associated with royalty and wealth due to the expensive dye needed to protect it, was used by Roman soldiers to mock Jesus as the King of Jews. During Lent, purple is also used to signify penitence, humility, and sorrow for Jesus' suffering. The more you know. Insert rainbow here. During the Passion Week. The purple cloth represents Christ as King. I knew it was something. Yeah, somebody come over here with me and let's string some purple stuff up on these power lines. That would be fun. That's the type of stuff I want to do. Oh, you think I go to jail? I mean, if I film it, at least if that's the worst thing I do, is try to throw some purple ribbon up there. I think we'll be alright. Y'all don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to either A, start walking, or B, stop talking. You know what I mean? Some dude's over here, damn, requesting money from me. I just had to block him. What the hell? Oh. Imagine hitting some homeless girl up, asking her for money. People are wild. People are absolutely wild. I'm not getting service down here in this hole. I don't know what, like, YouTube wants from me either. Like, they work against me so much. That whole bullshit with my top last week was ridiculous. Like, I mean, absolutely ridiculous. I didn't deserve any of that. And do you think that they try to help me with anything? Like, absolutely not. They know exactly what's going on. There's someone somewhere that knows exactly that my page has been stalked, that this guy is stealing my content, that these people have been stalking me, trying to lie on my channel. And YouTube does nothing to stop that. No, they're just trying to stop me from filming myself as I'm bicycling for my resources, and then they banned my channel for a week. They did. They banned my channel. They said that I violated the sex and nudity policy on YouTube. I was in a bikini top, the same bikini top that I have on today. It was crazy. So my channel got cut off, and then I appealed the decision. And the next morning I woke up, it was back on. And I've been waiting all week to get my computer. I guess I'm just never going to get that, you know? Like, it's just one thing after another. People disgust me. They really do. I don't even know the last time I paid the tiny house or the storage thing. I need to call her and probably do that when I get paid, but I know that I don't owe anything until maybe October or November, maybe even freaking December. I don't know. That's one of the bills I've been paying in advance because it's everything that I own. And I've lost everything, so, you know. I'm sure that everybody would be real happy if I lost my storage locker with my mother's obituary and pictures of my grandmother and pictures of my great-grandfathers and my great-grandmothers and all of those people. But that's literally all I have. And if I lose that, I will never have any pictures of my deceased family because there's no other family to give me that. So I've been paying that in advance. And when I get paid, I plan to just probably go ahead and pay for, I don't know, a few months, another 3 months or something, because I don't know when I'll have more money to pay it. You know, YouTube is not a stable income. It's not. It's not reliable. It's not steady, and it's not stable. So you never know what can happen. And matter of fact, I already learned last week the consequences of simply just trying to help yourself and showcase that sometimes you're just damned if you do and damned if you don't. It sucks. It really does. I've been through absolute hell on camera for 2.5 years, 2 years. Most of which, you know, I lived in a car and was under extreme pressure, stress. That's another thing. You know, I guess because I have the ability to mask, which is a whole thing. I guess because I have the ability to mask, people truly don't understand my pain and frustration until I get angry, and that's probably why I'm more susceptible to anger than sadness. Because I'm able to mask, people don't understand me at all. They think that, I'm okay with the situation because I hee-hee and ha-ha a little bit. It's like, no, yeah, I can laugh about the situation, but at the same time, I'm still in this situation, you know, so it's like a fucking reality for me. Like, people are just unbelievable. And then they come and they're like, oh, looks like you're living the high life. Looks like you're living the good life. When I'm like literally eating a sandwich in a park when I don't want to be eating a sandwich in a park. You know? Not one video or two videos that I've taken in the past, like, none of those videos I wanted to be doing that. That's what I had to do for my job, you know? Like, I want to be in the bed resting, like, recuperating from the past damn 6 years of absolute torture. Like, and it's actually been since 2016. It's been absolute hell for almost 10 years. Straight. And not one singular thing was my fault. I know. Listen, when I stab people, I say, hey, it's my fault. When I got a DWI, I said, whoa, I probably shouldn't have been drinking. You know? I will always admit when I'm wrong, but I cannot admit when I'm not. You know what I mean? I can't say, oh, I did that when I clearly did not. It's disturbing how much people want to hate you so bad. They want you to believe their lies and their storyline, and you know, none of these people were there. I was. It's crazy. This thing is dead. Of course it is. I was supposed to have a nicotine patch, but you know, every time I do good, somebody comes along and fucks up all my plans. It's like, oh, okay, this again. Yeah, no consistency, no normalcy, no stability. It's just toxic drama. I mean, I don't think I've ever had any stability in my entire life, if I'm being honest. You know, from foster care to this bullshit. It's the same shit, different day, different way, you know? It's crazy. And I don't think I have another one. Are you kidding? Oh, I do. My back is killing me. Sitting on this plastic thing. Yeah. This one's dead too. Dang it. Are you kidding me? You know, I wonder... Oh, that's what I was going to show you. I was going to make some shorts on how much money I was making off of YouTube. And I went and looked at my shorts from last week, and the one that had the most views was like 10,000 views, you know, which is not bad, but hold on, could be better with a little bit of editing. So it's 11,000 views. I made $1.84. So for every 10 to 20,000 views, you only make a few bucks. If I do that, and I only make, you know, 3, 4, 5 shorts a week. So let's just say that every one of them does extremely well, because as you can see, this one actually got 26% more higher views than typical. Let's say that all of them did this well, and I got 10,000 views on each of my shorts, and I posted 5 a week. That's only $10. That's $40 a month. You see? And people really be like, where'd your truck go? I'm surprised it didn't leave sooner. Like, what are you talking about? The fact that I stuck it out for 9-10 months after that false arrest. What are you talking about, honey? I only make them. I work for free. I don't make an hourly rate. Not every video that I post even makes money. People, I think a lot of content creators have brands content. Okay? I do not. Okay? That's where your money's going to come in. They're going to pay you for mentioning their brand. That's where money comes in. But I've already told y'all that I have zero plans of selling any products, courses, insurance. I'm not trying to sell you no extended warranty for your golf cart. Like, I ain't trying to sell you horse insurance. Like, I ain't trying to sell nothing, you know. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be interested in brands content one day, but right now I'm under so much pressure. No, absolutely not. You're not about to come in and swindle me when I'm at my damn lowest and play on my heartstrings and play, you know, pull the wool over my eyes. That's how people do me. Ain't it sad that I can't even, hey, can I have a brands deal with blenderbottle.com? Like, ain't it sad? I don't want to deal with nobody. Not even brands. And I've said that since the start. Like, I don't want to sell y'all tomato seeds or candied peppers or nothing. I ain't trying to sell you nothing. And I also don't want to get into the situation where I'm claiming to love and adore something just to get a brands deal, like damn fake eyelash girl with the mascara. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not about to, I don't think that people understand that, like, I've been jumping through hoops so long that I'm, like, burnt out. And, like, I have no more jump in me, you know? Like, if it's not immediately convenient, it's going to stress me out and add bullshit to my life. Like, seriously, even that stuff with people claiming that they were going to send me packages so that I could charge my phone. Remember that? I do. That stuff stresses me out. And people know that. And they do that to play games with my channel and with me. Never received a battery pack. Never, you know, apparently Amazon won't deliver to the U.S. Postal Service. So it is what it is. But even when I had my P.O. box, all of these people said, you should get a P.O. box. We'll send you stuff. Never received anything but one canister of protein and a book and a postcard. And two of those things were from the same person. So, you know, it's like, I don't know, man. A lot of your followers are your haters. I know it's crazy. Why would you even follow anybody that you hate on? But it's just how it is, honey. It's just how it is. Yeah, I would advise against meeting people off the internet. That's just my advice. That's what I would, you know, that's what I would tell my youngins. And you don't need everybody's help. Because look at where that's gotten me. You see all these people want to help me. No, but for real, all these people come to the comment section, oh, you can move in with me, you can come stay with me, da-da-da-da-da, right? You really have to wonder why I would literally run from people after they offer to help me. It triggers something in me. It really does. It literally makes me run the opposite way. It's like, oh, hell no. Block. Because I already know what's up. You know what I mean? Been there, done that. That's why I'm in the situation now. It's the same fucking situation I've been trying to escape from my whole life, you know? I'm just so proud of myself for staying clean and just staying on track and focusing on me and doing the best that I can, and regardless, never giving up on focusing on my goals, you know? That night they shut my channel down. That fucked me up real bad, dude. Really bad. And that's what I'm saying. I've got all of these external factors, all of these external people out here being negative and trying to come at me sideways and literally trying to harm me. It's not an exaggeration. I lost my truck over lies. I lost my job over people calling my job. You're literally trying to take food out of my mouth and prevent me from being able to live and afford to live. See, a lot of people can't conceptualize what I say, and they want to say I'm being dramatic. That's because you have mom and daddy. That's because you have someone you can count on. I'm not being dramatic when all I have is myself. And I'm literally out here, like, in the fucking thick of it. I've had people stalk me that I've caught on camera. I've had people slash my tires. I've had so much shit happen on this channel. None of which I started. Not one time. Isn't that crazy? They're going to tell you that because I prefer to cuss and I prefer to be blunt and forthcoming and honest, they're going to tell you that I'm the bad guy. Yeah, because I tell people to suck my cock. Because they're ignorant. See? And I'm never going to change. I was thinking about that today. Why did I want to quit fucking cussing? First of all, YouTube ain't for children. Second of all, you shouldn't be watching this channel with your child anyways. I ain't supposed to be around children. That's not true. Lord, that'll get taken out of context tomorrow. That's actually not true. But I'm not a role model. That's true. But yeah, you know, I was thinking about that bullshit today, and I was like, you know, I only wanted to quit cussing because people were telling me to quit cussing. Oh, you're not a godly woman if you cuss. Listen, honey. You can be a godly woman and a homeless woman and a cussing woman that cusses like a sailor if you want to. As long as it keeps you alive and that's what gets you through the day without you murdering somebody, then do what's best for you, boo-boo. Stop listening to these damn people out here that's got a roof over their head, food in their belly, a career, kids, and they ain't never been through the shit you've been through. Sometimes you need to tell people to fuck off. So anyone that has something to say about me smoking, about me cussing, fuck off. And one day when I'm sitting in my cute little house and I ain't stressed about bills and I quit smoking and I finally gained the 40 pounds that I need, I'm still going to be sitting here telling you to fuck off. Maybe smoking a blunt and drinking a scotch. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All I'm saying is today I'm sober. And today I'm going to cuss. And today I'm going to smoke. And today I'm homeless. It's like the internet gives me no damn grace. That's what it is. They give me no grace. They want to point out everything you're doing wrong. And it's like, wait a second. I'm sorry, but you wouldn't even make it one day in my shoes. So why don't you sit the fuck down and suck my cock. Who did that? God, I just remember my brothers running around doing that all the time, and my mom would be mad about it. And now I am my mom doing it. Who done that? Was that Triple X? I think it was. It was WWE or whatever. Listen, that wasn't huge in our house, but I do think that one of my siblings was into it for a little while. And so I remember, can y'all believe that? $2. I made $2. How much did you make this week? $2? No. But the lives, you do make money depending. It just, like I said, it's not stable. And there's no way to precisely see when it's going to fluctuate. And I remember last year, summer was decent, and then winter rolled around and it got rough again. So it seems like your numbers go up in the summer months, specifically in spring. The start of the year, your numbers start to rise a little bit. And then come September, October, they start to drop again. And so, and also, there's certain days that you need to be posting. Wednesdays, you're going to do the worst numbers. And then there's other days that have better numbers. It's just rolling with the homies through the algorithm, honey. don't know who did that. Oh, it's called the crotch. It's a whole name for it. It was Triple H. It's called the crotch drop. Oh, the crotch chop. I'm such a child. It's the crotch chop. Yeah, y'all remember that? Anyways, this show is not for your children. See? Oh, God, that's what I meant. God, that rain was coming down so damn rough, you know? Y'all, and I don't know what the hell bit me on my face, but now it's done bit me on my left hip, my right hip. I don't know what it could be. It's not a tick. I don't know what it is. It's something biting me, and it takes a little divot of my skin out, just like it did my face. Remember when it was like a chunk of my skin missing? It took that like 4 weeks to heal, and it's still not healed. It's still raw, and it still hurts, and there's a chunk of skin missing. It's crazy. It's gonna probably scar. I'll never be able to wear makeup again. No, but for real, now something's done bit me right here on this hip. I don't know, man. I don't know. And I guess my feet are just not my feet anymore. They're not. I need a pedicure so bad. I need to get my feet done. Like, you know, I need a haircut. Like, just sucks. Can't do nothing. Die on the streets. People are so funny. Can't you call and get subsidized housing? Can't you get low income housing? No, girl, what are you talking about? I don't even qualify. A, because I don't have children. B, I'm not disabled. And C, I'm not elderly. And do y'all know how long them waiting lists are? When I had my daughter, I was on a waiting list until like 2020. And they still hadn't got through it. And that was in 2014. I was on that list for almost 6 years. And and by that time I didn't even have my daughter anymore. They haven't built any new houses, okay? They're not. After the 2008 recession, production on homes plummeted. Okay? They went, I think I read somewhere they dropped by like 40% or something. From we used to build X amount of homes every year, and after the 2008 recession, the market crash, they stopped building homes. And then COVID, same shit. The price of materials got raised so astronomically high that contractors couldn't afford to do projects. So that slowed down production on homes as well. Not to mention, nobody wants to build damn subsidized housing. Nobody wants to build low-income housing. That's not a priority. I'm not saying that they're not doing it in some places. I'm just saying they ain't doing it around here, fam. Zero demand. Which is probably good. But it's not in some sort of manner, because you're not going to tell me that people don't fall into homelessness in this town. They absolutely do. They're just pushed into a bigger city, probably Forsyth or Guilford, and that becomes another city's problem, a city that already has too many problems. And to be from a small town like this and to be pushed into a major city, it's actually going to be more detrimental to the homeless person than beneficial, because that person is not going to know how to maneuver in a city. They're also going to have a more likely chance of being overlooked, because being from a smaller community like this, in my experience, these people, especially the elderly people, they're very soft-spoken. They don't want to ruffle any feathers, and unfortunately, a lot of them are the type that would just keep quiet about bad situations or the lack of resources in a major city, in my opinion. They would just suck it up. And that's not okay. Because these states receive funding to make these problems better. It's just that the system is so broken in so many ways, and the way to fix it would take money, and in my opinion, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do anything that's going to actually help people because it's part of the system. That is the system. It's to enslave people. Everybody has their purpose in the world, right? Y'all, I'm glad that I got under this shelter good enough. My shoes ain't that bad, but I gotta find some shoes because these things are tore to hell, and I don't know if I'm just rough, because I know I am. If you see me kicking that mannequin in there, you know I am. They're tore to hell, each side. You know I got some in store. I got shoes in storage. The only reason we bought these was because they were at Goodwill and I needed something to run in because they was supposed to be some fancy running shoes for $100 and something. You'd think they'd last longer than 2 months on the running trails, honey. Am I a rough girl, or they just don't make shit good anymore? I think they don't make good stuff anymore, okay? Maybe one day I need to open up a damn shoe shop. Show them how it's done. Seriously. What the hell, Bobby? I mean, for real though, if I would have paid $100 for these shoes and they would have broke like that, I'd be in Foot Locker showing my ass right about now. With my receipt like a Karen. Like, are you kidding me? $100 and they tore, and I paid $7.99, $8.99 for them. They were brand new. They were in mint condition. They're called RYKA, Rika. They were comfortable when I first got them, and they are good shoes. I will say that. They are very comfortable, but they are not durable, honey. These are not the ones to go cycling in and then go kickboxing in and then go walk the trails in. Nope, they tore apart at the seams like duck lips, honey. That's what they look like. Duck. You know, the only thing holding them together is right here in the front. That piece of plastic right there that's, yeah, everything else, the seams are busted on both of them. So, like, when you're walking, it's like, they talk to you. I can't do nothing about it. I mean, what you want me to do? I don't know. I can, cry me a river, cut down a tree, build me a canoe, swim to Egypt, get some lovely person to make me some desert sandals and be happy. I should. That sounds lovely, actually. That sounds like a terrific trip. I'm joking, but like, I don't even got to cry a river. The river's right there. Usually I like to cry my rivers, but that sounds like a perfect vacation. Yeah, I'm definitely angry about this whole situation, you know? Extremely angry. And I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I can pick up on why people implement the behavior that they do, why they act like they do. I really just, like, all the changes that I've made, I just really see myself in a more professional, sophisticated, mature level, you know, in my 40s and 50s. And the people that I've been subjected to in my life, they don't plan for the future. They don't think about their behavior and how their behavior impacts others. And that's one of the reasons I stay away from people, because I do. When I am dealing with other people, whether it's in a friend capacity or a family capacity, or even if it's just I'm taking somebody's food order for the restaurant, I'm conscientious about what I say and how my actions are going to impact their lives. Specifically, people that I'm extremely close to. But it is disturbing to me how many people I've come in contact with that do the utter opposite of that. They don't think about how their actions impact your life or your future. And it's all about what they want and their motives. And more often than not, the narcissistic game that they're playing today. It's crazy. It's really sad that I have to completely isolate away from people because I can't trust anybody. Sure can't. I've never been able to trust anybody. It's disturbing. The whole world can't be like this. Not everybody's like that, surely, right? Sometimes I be feeling alone as fuck, I ain't gonna lie. It's like, damn, why you do me like that? I'd never do that to you. I mean, I genuinely don't think I've ever had a real friend. Everybody I've ever been acquaintances with or friends with, I knew that they talked shit behind my back. I knew that they went and run their mouth and my business to other people. And I just accepted it when I was in my early 20s. By my mid-20s, after having my daughter, I was done with that shit. I cut everybody out of my life. All I needed was her. You know, it's not like a toddler's going to fuck you over and kill you in your sleep or put your finances on the line or, you know. The great thing about children is you know, they don't have nefarious motives, okay? They're not operating on self-centeredness, okay? That is what is so precious about children, is that they're innocent. But yeah, by my 30s, that's really, I would say that the start of my 30s is when I started to extremely isolate, probably when I got clean. Well, that's when I realized that people, places, and things was 90% of your recovery. You know, after that last relapse, which I wanted to die. I couldn't for the life of me figure out why I relapsed, and it was because of people, places, and things per usual. And I think that that's really when I started to get that being in recovery was it's not what society thinks it is, or it's not working because of what society thinks it is, or how society thinks it should be. Does that make sense? Recovery is not working because people didn't have it all figured out. They thought that they had it all figured out with rehabs and like drug detox and NA and AA, but they in fact do not have it all figured out. Because if they did, this problem wouldn't be getting worse. It would be getting better. We would see more people recovering, not dying. The fact is, we got more people dying than recovering. So something is clearly broken. And I'm here to tell you, it's people, places, and things. Those interpersonal relationships have to be worked on before a patient can, you know, even have the support that they need to stay clean. It's a very toxic situation. The recovering addict needs the support, but the support is, hell, sometimes they need support as well. Yeah, I'm just proud of myself for doing the right thing. I guess I never really envisioned that I would lose everything for doing the right things, but it's right on par with the rest of my life. Right on par with the rest of my life. Because I don't lay down and cry and beg for pity and I get angry instead. You know, that's probably my biggest enemy. Or usually our biggest enemy. But no, for real. Because I don't lay down and cry. Like, you know, I guess I don't give the emotional deliverance that people are expecting. Never have I ever on this channel, you know. because I get angry and I rage over these situations. And, you know, I really don't understand how other people don't. Like, how do people hold it together when they're getting bullied at work? I could never. I could never. Yeah. I could never. I'd really hate to have Katie bent up like a pretzel in the Xerox machine, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna get bullied anywhere. You know what I mean? Oh, God. I wonder if I can find some, like, workplace bullying thread from Reddit where people tell their horror stories about being bullied at work. I'm telling you, grown-ass people acting like children and bullying each other is crazy to me. I mean, there are whole groups of people that just sit around on the internet talking trash about other people. Where do they get the time? Like, I'm literally over here worried about where I'm going to sleep tonight and how I'm going to survive today. And somewhere in this world, somebody has just been sitting on the internet for like 10 hours just spreading hate. Where did they get the time? It's crazy. I feel so gross. I'm glad that my shoes didn't get wet though, because that's literally the worst. The worst. Look at this creep sitting down here in a Jeep. A different one. An old one. I wish the cops would come back so they could run his ass off because he's illegally parked. Just staring at me. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. And hell, he's probably sitting there shooting up drugs or something. It's the weirdest place to park. It literally has no trespassing signs. I've seen the cops park there. They usually use that as like a jumping off point where they sit and I guess watch the traffic go by. Probably read plates. Probably damn do paperwork. I don't know what all they do. Sitting there and circle jerk. I don't know. Bake cookies in their easy bake oven. I don't fucking know. Pet their dog. They pet their dog. I just know they sit there. You can't see in there. It's not like I can see. I'm just assuming here. But, and I'm joking. The cops don't be baking. They don't be using the easy bake oven. That's civilians that do that shit. I don't know what people be doing on the road, but they're clearly not paying attention to the road. So they must be using their easy bake oven to bake cookies. Why do I want one? Every time I bring it up, I'm like, damn, I wish I had an easy bake oven. I swear to God, if somebody sent me an easy bake oven, I'd die. Don't send me to me. Don't make a problem for me. Please don't. Can y'all see me riding around on my bicycle with my easy bake oven in the basket? Shit just went from bad to worse. I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna be so mad. Don't you send me no damn easy bake oven. Shit. It's so funny. I'm always talking about how people don't know how to drive and I don't know what they're doing in their car. Fishing. He's fishing. Seriously. Baking cookies. Yeah, I really couldn't get into my workout today. I was trying to do some RDLs. First of all, I was doing completely wrong. My back's probably going to hurt even worse tomorrow because I looked in the mirror and I looked like a Ninja Turtle because I was all shelled up in my whole back. I did not have my form right at all. So if I'm injured tomorrow, it's my own fault. Luckily for me, I didn't have a lot of weight on the bar. So it wasn't like too bad. Oh, that lady was sweet. Really sucks. I'm scared of people. Like, it's not that I'm scared. You know what I'm scared of? I'm scared of them starting shit. Because it just happens, you know, every day. So, you know. It's like people see me and they're like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with this girl. Every day. Every single day. And it just goes to show that people are truly evil. Not once have I ever treated anybody like that on this channel. Not once. That's why the comments are off. And they're probably going to stay off. Because I'm sick of people trying to come here and tell me who I am when I know who I am. I'm the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet. If you'll let me be. I rest easy knowing that it's not personal, that every channel goes through this, and it's really bullshit. Sometimes I pop into other live streams just to see what's being said. You know, it's crazy because when it's a live stream with children being exploited by their abusive-ass parents, nobody has anything to say. But when it's someone that has content worth showcasing that is meaningful, then there's all these negative comments. It's crazy. It really goes to show how unhappy people are with themselves, because let me tell you, never have I ever jumped into a comment section and spread hate intentionally, or any kind of hate. I don't drop in and give my 2 cents unless it's a news article usually, and then I'll be like, oh my god, people are stupid, you know. But never have I ever went to somebody's live feed or post and started spreading hate. Only people that are insecure do that. I want to be clear, because I don't think that people know the difference between real and not real anymore. So people who are secure with themselves, they don't feel need to add input, especially insult to injury, you know, like in my case. People who are secure and who are genuinely curious or maybe genuinely care, they don't feel need to bash. Only people that are insecure and ignorant behave that way. I thought that we all had this awareness. I thought that we all knew this. But I'm saying it to be clear, so that maybe somebody who goes through this, the same type of bullying, stalking, gang stalking, whatever you want to call it, their content being stolen. I want people to know that the people that are saying the negative things, they're not people that you should value their opinion. They're imbeciles, and we don't negotiate with terrorists, okay? I'm being for real. Unless they're tiny terrorists and they're cute and they may be our offspring or something, we might negotiate with them. But for real, like, anyone that's got something negative to say about you trying to do something good, that's only the devil. That's only Satan. And that's only people who probably need helmets, honey. Okay? And they take offense. You know, listen, I don't say the nicest shit, but is it realistic? Life is hard. Get a helmet. Why does that offend so many people? I think that that is a humorous joke to lighten the situation. But so many people would get offended by that. I think that that's crazy. I think that anyone that's offended by something like the word retard or midget, I think that you've lived a very sheltered life with some very gentle parents. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you don't like big girl words. I don't understand why people are so offended by words. You know, it's weird. It definitely puts a target on your back because people don't agree with it and they take offense to it. And it's like, wait a second. One of the coolest people I ever met was mentally challenged. And you know, I miss him dearly. He would have laughed his ass off. If I would have said, Arnold, guess what? He would have been like, what? I would have been like, life's hard. I got a helmet. He would have thought it was funny as shit. Especially since he lived in like this assisted living facility and some of them people had helmets. He would have loved it. He would have loved it. Oh God. There was one or two of them. Yeah, my uncle, he had a heart attack and died when I was a kid. I miss him so much. I wish that I would have like spent more time with him, but you know how when you're a kid you really don't value the elders around you. I know I'm not the only one. You might value them, but you don't spend as much time with them as you should. You know, I think that that's one of my biggest regrets, is not spending more time with my family when they were alive, specifically my grandmother. But yeah, I wish we would have had more time together, all of them. Everybody got a good workout in. I wish I had my other cup. I had to get water out of the rec center, and it might rain again, y'all. All of the people here are usually nice, but a lot of people recognize me from my channel, and that's caused a lot of problems over the years too, you know. It's crazy. Finding out that them bitches knew about my channel is wild. I mean, it goes to show, you know. And apparently they were even commenting on my channel. It's crazy. I've always had bad shit happen like that. It's just how it is. Come home from work, all my shit's in the driveway on fire. Happy Monday. You know? It's like, damn, never have I ever torched somebody's shit and, like, literally broken and enter, pulled all their shit out the dresser, and then threw it in the driveway and set it on fire. And you know, when I called the cops, they're like, oh, there's nothing we can do. I'm like, but you don't understand. I know exactly who done it. And they're like, yeah, but we can't prove it. It's like, maybe you could if you did your damn job and interviewed him. He's a fucking 25-year-old brat. Maybe if you did your job and talked to him, he'd slip up and tell you something, you know? That's what an investigation's for. No, but for real, yeah, bad shit like that all the time. Yeah, he was mad. He got his ass whooped at a party because he pushed me down on some steps and tried to, I don't know what he was gonna do. I mean, it was bad enough for my friends to hear my screaming, and they came and jerked him off of me and then pulled him outside and whooped his ass. And then he came back days later and stole all my clothes out of our house and set them on fire. Swear to God, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. There's a police report in that of that. Alamance County. Crazy. It's like, what? So because I didn't let you rape me on the steps during a Halloween party, you're going to come back and tear up my clothes? Yes. Yes. That's what happened. Yep. 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 What'd I tell you? When people are mad that they don't get the desired response from you, then they try to destroy you. I mean, he clearly threw me down on the steps and was trying to go up my skirt, and then I started screaming and trying to fight him off. His name was Brian. He's so weird. And I don't even know why he was there. Who invited him? Who invited him? And then, like I said, days later, he comes back and burns all my clothes. Just little shit like that has always happened. It's even worse now. Now that I lost my truck, had to drop out of school. I don't know how I stay sober, honestly. I don't know how I've managed to keep it all together. I really don't. I'm so proud of myself. The main thing that I'm proud of is not only staying clean, but also managing my money. I make less money now than I've ever made in my entire life. And somehow I'm still able to feed myself, which is a miracle. You know, when you're living off of $700 a month, to be able to eat good is a blessing. I guess I'm proud of the financial responsibility that I've earned over the past 5 years, the way that I've honed it in. And that's another thing. So many people would come to my channel and say that I'm shopping all the time because I would. Here's the thing. You got to have something to film. I can't get on here and talk every day, okay? It's exhausting. I would rather be on here talking about stuff that actually matters, you know? Not saying that what I'm talking about today doesn't, but what I'm saying is I would really rather put my energy towards helping people in some capacity with my channel, right? We all know this, right? Because that's what I've done for 2 years, right? Okay. So you have to have something to film. When I was in Jacksonville, I needed things to live out of a car. Gas, food. You need food 3 times a day because there's no way to keep food on hand if you don't have a fridge. So you're going to have to go buy food living out of a car every time you get hungry. It's going to be expensive in gas. Not only that, it's going to get expensive buying things on the go because things are more expensive on the go. So people would give me hell for going to the Dollar Tree to buy baby wipes and toothpaste and Excedrin, things that I absolutely needed. People would jump in my comment section and say, oh, she's shopping again. Bitch, I'm at the Dollar Tree buying butt wipes. You know, the gaslighting that I've got from my own followers is why the comment's off. Did I say that? So because I'm homeless, living out of a car, and or now on the streets, I'm not supposed to be clean. I'm not supposed to eat food. I'm not supposed to get any rest. I'm not supposed to have any amenities, wants, and my basic needs are not allowed to be met. And at the same time, y'all want me to get a tent, get a wagon, get a job, get a life. It's really ridiculous, if you ask me. Now that I'm saying it out loud, oh my God. People, this world disgusts me. This world disgusts me. And I've only made it this far because of donations, once again. Let me be clear. So, you know, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what's crazy is when I first come to YouTube and I first put that Cash App up there, the only people that would send me money was perverts that was looking for a lady of the night. They'd attach their phone number and be like, oh, we should meet. You're not listening. I need a megaphone. I'm gonna find one at Goodwill and pull it out of this bag. Big ass megaphone. You're not listening. It's crazy. But here's the thing. I probably wouldn't have lost my truck if I would have played the game. You know? If I would have done that. If I would have like met all those people and made connections and made money on the side. And that's what YouTube wants. You know? I'm not saying that they promote prostitution. I'm just saying that they would not, in my opinion, have a problem with it if their creators were dipping their toes in it occasionally. And matter of fact, in my opinion, and in my experience, it was so weird how me being homeless and showing that I was homeless led to all these perverts coming out the woodworks. It was weird. You know, I mean, in my opinion, there's only one reason that would happen. You know? It's by design. It happens a lot. That's what most creators go through. It's crazy because all of my content gears young women towards getting away from that type of degenerate trap. So it's crazy that YouTube would push me into an algorithm with those types of perverts. Yeah, it's crazy. I honestly don't know how I have not fallen into a depression the past 2 weeks. I mean, I've been extremely depressed, don't get me wrong, and riddled with anxiety. Being back in this place and being completely exposed and being around old people that are not good for my environment. Or good for me. Clearly I wouldn't be in this situation, but it's just not a good combination, you know. It's not good at all. And this was my biggest fear, and I had no control over the situation. I fought tooth and nail. I worked my ass off. I looked for work. I found a job. Y'all got me fired. Sorry, I don't mean to generalize, but you know, I can't tell y'all apart at this point. I don't know who to trust, and honestly, I didn't come here to make friends, if I'm just being honest. I did not. I came here to help people. And it's so crazy because in my life, the people that have actually helped me were not my friend at all. They were tough critics that gave me tough love, that guided me in the right direction. I appreciate those people. My old probation officer, the lady at the hospital that told me I should be proud of myself for being clean 4 years after I got clean. She was the first one. She was the first one that said, oh my God, you should be so proud of yourself for being clean. 4 years after I got clean. And we wonder why addicts don't stay clean. It's okay. I woke up every single day and told myself I should be proud of myself. Even when the haters were in my comments saying, oh, she's high, because I'm fucking exhausted. That's another thing. When I first moved out to the streets, I went 2 or 3 days without sleep and I lost count. And I literally had to put my phone on and record myself to even feel safe falling asleep somewhere. And my own followers were saying that I was high. You know, I really hope that you never have to go a day without mommy wiping your ass. I really do, because you're not going to make it out here. You're not going to make it. If you've never had to pull an all-nighter or a 2-dayer or a 3-dayer and not got no sleep, if you've done that before, then you know that I was not high. But anyone who hasn't been around the block and lived life and they're pampered, clearly, if they've never had to stay up a full 48 hours, you've lived a pampered fucking life. You heard me. You've lived a pampered life if you have not had to stay up 72 hours in a fucking row. There is so much shit that life can throw at you where you have to stay up for days at a time. And I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about surviving. And people wanted to come and say that I was high. And that is why the comments are off, because I'm not listening to it. I would say the majority of my followers are stuck in the fucking past. I can't even come here and try to make a living and have conversations with people because my own followers be asking me stupid ass questions that are irrelevant. Stuff about last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. There's literally so many videos recorded. If you don't know, there's probably a video that says why I lost my truck or my truck's being repoed. Why not just go fucking click on it? You want to come here and stress a bitch out that's actually living on the fucking streets. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've gotten literally no fucking grace. None. As I said in my little video the other day when I had my sandwich, everybody's in the comments talking about how I got food and how I got a sandwich and I'm not homeless because I got a sandwich. That's crazy. So the million of homeless people that are out here, they're not allowed to eat. You don't think they eat? It's crazy. People are crazy. Yeah, like I said, this is the new face of homelessness. Eye watches, earphones, glasses, blender bottles. This is the new face of homelessness. And it has been for many, many years. The people that live in their cars, they're just as homeless as I am. The only difference is they have a shelter at night. They have just as many inconveniences in their life as I do. I might have a lot more, but they have just as many tasks and responsibility that come with living out of a car. And it's not easy. And I've showcased all of this, and there's still people that come here and want to call me a liar. Because they are. Because I can't remember dates. Because I get stuff twisted sometimes from trauma. It's crazy how I came to this platform and I said, you guys, I'm suffering with CPTSD. Remember when that was turned around on me? Because I do. I was in a full-blown CPTSD episode and people were in my comment section trying to send me off the edge of a bridge. This was about a year and a half ago. I remember that. I even checked myself into a hospital. And that's why the comments are off. Because society will literally take a good person and try to kill them and destroy them. Because they hate themselves. I remind people of everything they're not and everything they didn't change. Because I changed. I moved on. I started anew. And I will continue to do that. Until I'm sitting in a house and I have the money to support myself. This is just the start. I got the rest of my life. What is that? Another, shit, maybe another 70 years. Could be more than that. I'm just getting started. And everybody that I come in contact with is just in my way. They don't see the vision. They don't see the dream. You know, it's so crazy because you know how narcissists, they want you, but then they start to break you down the moment that they have you? What is that? That's psycho. That's psycho. They start to attack your character, isolate you from your friends and family, and then they start to try to control and destroy you internally and externally. But they were so obsessed with you and they love you so much, but then they become your enemy by trying to destroy you. I don't understand that. Never have I ever. Anybody that I care about, I want them to thrive and I want them to be happy. And matter of fact, even people that I don't like, I don't want to see them pain. Even people I don't like, I don't want to see them suffer or go through any pain. I don't understand how somebody can say that they care about you, but then they hurt you, you know? I really don't. I don't understand. Is it a lack of conscience? I don't know. I don't know at all. That was another thing. People, you know, I got a key ring and people say, oh, that's too many keys for a homeless girl. Who? Well, God, I hope you don't see that lockbox in my storage locker because I probably have keys in there since I was in high school. You know, it's crazy because people say, oh, y'all, I'm just so done. I'm so done with the contradictions. I'm so done with people trying to come over here and tell me who I am and who I ain't. I've never harmed anyone on this internet, not once. If someone got their feelings hurt because they were being rude, that's their fault. I'm allowed to be defensive when somebody comes to my channel firing off shots at me, especially lies. The fact is no one that even comments on my channel even knows me personally. And even if they did, they'd probably be lying because that's what people do. Seriously, though. I use the bathroom again. Sucks. God, fake account. Alright, so let's talk about it. Remember the video where I went to the boat dock and I was going to film a video and then the cop rolls up and then he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, it's a public park, sir. I'm enjoying the public park. And then he's like, oh, you can't camp here, you can't swim here, you can't, you know, because everything's regulated and this is not a free country anymore, as I always say. And remember, we had words. Well, somebody said, he is right, just speak to him normally and there won't be any problems. You know, I hope that you have a happy life being a sheep, sir. You're missing the point. He had no legal right to even be questioning me. The fact that I answered his questions made me a nice person. Some of y'all don't even know what your rights are. Clearly, if you think that you can't have a discussion with an officer about him violating your civil rights as you're minding your business in a public place. I was not under suspicion of any crime. I was not committing any crime. And there was no open investigation for him to even be questioning me. Y'all don't get it. He had no legal right to even be in my damn face. At my car door. None. That's the point. That's the principle. And this is why I'm not going to make it in society, because people are getting dumb and they don't get the principle ever. They don't ever get the principle. They don't ever get the principle. They don't care about the principle. Especially if you're a girl with a big mouth. They don't like you from the jump, because you know, they know you can see through them. So you got to be like, oh no, you need to mind that officer that's crooked and probably a pervert, because I'm pretty sure that's the same officer that was hitting on me a year prior, as I told y'all the day that it happened. Remember the one that was like, you sure are fine. I bet your man feels lucky. And I said, yes, he's very lucky. I was literally out in the wilderness by myself, and this cop is being unprofessional AF. And I just lied. I was like, yeah. I've been single for almost 5 years now. And I said, yeah, my man's so happy. Yeah, we're just so happy together, to get the cop out of there because he was creeping me out. I'm like 90% sure that's that same cop. So it's so ironic that he would come over there being rude. Because just a year prior, he was trying to get in my damn pants, and I turned him down. But maybe that was why he was being rude. I never thought about that either. Maybe that was why he felt some type of way. Because he's one of these idiots that think, I don't know what, and I don't care what. He's one of these idiots. I'm glad it stopped raining, y'all. I really am. I'm really glad it stopped raining. Oh, here comes the train. I really don't think that people understand, the people that follow me. I don't think, I'm not trying to generalize, but there's only one honest explanation. Either a lot of my followers still live at home with their parents, or a lot of my followers don't have real bills. I don't know which one it is. Never mind, I was going to talk over it, but it's not going to happen. He chilling. He got his feet kicked up. I'm jealous. I want that job. No, you don't neither. I wonder how many people he's done witness be killed. Did I tell y'all about the train conductor that come into my school when I was like going through driver's ed? He like started crying, and all these kids started bullying him. I went, yep, I did. I went the fuck off. Sure did. I embarrassed all them youngins. I literally was like, are you serious right now? Like, y'all are bullies. That used to be my favorite. You proud to be a little bully? You proud? You proud of yourself? No, you start berating them, they ain't expecting it either, especially from the quiet kid, and I was pretty quiet in school. My parents never let me talk, so. Anyways, yeah, you start berating them. And it's crazy how they hang their heads in shame. Most bullies, when they're caught, they know if you confront them. Even adult ones. You call them bitches out at a tea party, and they a little tipsy, they start running and crying. It's like, girl, you started this shit. You was being a bully. Now you damn have a glass of wine and you feel some type of way. Somebody calls you out for being a damn big ass bully and you want to cry. I forgot what I was talking about now. ADHD! Who's got ADHD? Who's got ADHD? I do. I got ADHD bad. It was important too, and I forgot. Oh well. We'll circle back around eventually. Y'all, I was looking to see how much this phone charged. And it's so crazy because I told y'all there was something going on with like some specific people in this town. I'm telling y'all, I think these people up here on the mountain are just a little bit off. Not all of them, but like the men. I don't think that because you don't see no women here. And they've been up here on the mountain, I guess, their whole life, and they ain't really got out a bunch. I don't freaking know. I'm not saying everybody here doesn't travel. I just know the majority don't. They don't never go nowhere. They might go to Greensboro, to King, Martinsville. But most people that's in this town, they don't get around like you and I have gotten around this country, you know? They enjoy the simpler life and not really thinking outside the box. I guess I get it. I don't really know. I think that small towns brew small minds. I think that if you're from a small town, you need to get the fuck out. Run. Please, run. I think, why? Why? Because small towns breed small minds. You can't really think outside the box unless you get outside the box. You know what I mean? I'm not saying not live in the country, but what I am saying is that every young person should venture off on their own into a major city to actually understand the world better, to have a better chance at surviving in it. 100%. This shit right here is for the birds. This shit right here creates drug addiction. This town is so depressing. All these people have to do is drink and do drugs. There's not even sidewalks for you to walk on, Susan. Our sneakers are going to get wet. I mean, there's literally nothing to do here. There's nothing. Nothing. That's not good. That's not good for the soul, honey. We're supposed to be outside, thriving, touching grass, smelling fresh air. Sitting in the house, that's what, people, they do the cookouts and the little lake thing and the going to the river thing, but like, they don't damn get around, It's more of a slower pace of life here. And it's really unfair. Because that shit creates depression, man. It does. When you live in a town like this and there ain't nothing to do and the only option you got is the ABC store and maybe the rec center and then maybe, a restaurant, that sucks. That doesn't breed happy people, and it sure as hell doesn't breed a healthier lifestyle. This is a beautiful place and there's nothing to do here, and that's kind of depressing. And I know that people here suffer with probably higher levels of depression here than you would see in like Florida. By far. It's seasonal too, and when the winters come, it hurts. It physically is so cold it hurts. Last year it got down into the teens and it snowed. So, yeah, that sucks. People stay in the house. They don't even leave here. I know women that ain't left the house all week. Seriously. They go and do their grocery shopping on Sunday and then they're back in the house for the entire week, especially if they're retired. Don't never leave the house. It's not good, man. That's how you cultivate depression, health problems, anxiety, suicidal tendencies, drug problems. That's how they manifest. There's a river raft here. You can take the raft up the river. I need to use the bathroom. I'm being lazy, y'all. I gotta go in here. This water tastes like Fabuloso, if I'm being honest. I think I need a new blender. I think I left Fabuloso in there too long and now it tastes like Fabuloso. I need to set up. Oh. My back. Y'all see this train? Oh, God, I'm so sore already. And I just worked out a little bit. Oh. Probably from the damn snatches I was pretending to do. I don't know what I'm doing. I should have just asked that bodybuilding girl in there, but I didn't know. Y'all, I really need to figure out what days they like train here and stuff, because I want to be by myself when I work out. Somebody paint Dollar General. Who could that be for? Doge. Dollar General. Donna and Greg. And hell, half these graffiti artists, I can't even understand them anymore. Is that a different language, or was he left-handed? Damn, you want to hop it? I wonder where it'll take us to. Shit, we could... is that illegal? That's my first question. It's going so slow. Oh, I could jump that right now. But also, if the conductor sees me on there, is he going to call the police and have me arrested at the next stop? Is it legal? And are there still serial killers that hop trains? Because there used to be serial killers that hop trains. And they would go from city to city robbing and murdering people. That's a free way to travel. Damn, this is the longest train in the country. It's been going for like 5 minutes, ain't it? Did I say AIDS? It did. AIDS, and I don't know about that. I gotta go in here to use the bathroom, but I'm trying to wait because I have to get off the phone with y'all. I can't take y'all in there with me. They got children in there. Can't be filming no children. Oh, that one damn LGBTQ plus, you know, the man that gets mad when people misgender him. God, what's his name? Lily something. Psycho. Apparently he's in big trouble right now because he was going to Disney World and filming people in the bathroom. Like, he was filming himself, but it had little girls in the background. Apparently he did this all the time. It was just brought up like a week ago. Lily, damn, I don't know, man. It's a man that transitioned into a woman, and not a very good transition at all. That is a rough landing. That is the roughest landing into feminism or femininity. I mean, it's a crash. It's a fiery crashed landing, okay? Not an easy transition, okay? It still looks like a man. It does. Listen. We listen and we watch and we don't judge. We try not to, but God. It's just like, I can't even get people to believe the truth with me, and this man has got half the world helping him with his delusions and feeding him delusion and giving him motive to, they're giving him motive to be even more delusional. In no shape or manner does that man look like a woman. At all. No shape or manner. And I blame the internet for boosting its ego. And now he might go to jail. You know, and of course the internet's like, oh, you're being unfair, it's Disney. Like, yeah, even more reason for him to go to jail, fam. Lily Thonos? Shit. Who was that? Damn. Yeah, I don't understand. But here I am getting arrested for getting in an argument at Planet Fitness that was caught on camera. Like, should it be wild? Lily, I don't think I've ever talked about this guy before. Who is the LGB Lily Thanos guy? Thanos? Really, Brooke? Really, Brooke? Thanos. Yeah, so it's Lily Tino. I was so close. No, I get a point because it was a T name. See how my mind works? I still got it right in my mind. Tino, Tino. And I'm sure you've seen their stuff. This one right here. The main, not the manly one, but the girly one. And it's still... Listen. We need to check on people. We really do. When they're not doing well, we need to check on them. Nobody ever checks on me. I'm clearly not well. This is why I say this from personal experience. But no, for real. That guy that's running for mayor of Minneapolis, Minnesota. There, I can say that. He's running to become mayor of Minnesota, but he's a Somalian immigrant. And y'all, that video, that comment section is so juicy. It was so good. I made a short this afternoon. It was so funny. So he's an immigrant from Somalia. And I mean, I'm not trying to pick on somebody's looks, but at the same time, we all know from mugshots, some people, if they were checked on, maybe they wouldn't be, like in prison or whatever now. Because some people in their mugshot, you can see that they are unwell. Like they are indisposed at the moment. Indisposed. For real though. And that mayor of Somalia is one of them. What was his name? Who is the Umar guy running for Minnesota mayor? Omar Fateh is his name. My hair looks crazy. And y'all, he does. He looks like one of them aliens, okay? From the Alien movie. So he's a state senator already. Oh, Lord. He faced racist online attack. Oh, cut me a break. Cry me a river, man. I'm so sick of this racist stuff. If you speak common sense, if you just speak a little rationale, they want to be like, racist! Like, no, stop. Calm down. Not everything's about color. We know that you want to make it that way, but Jesus. I mean, I ain't even 2 seconds into the article, and it's already guns a-blazing, honey. I'm trying to figure out who this man was. He looks like he needs to scratch an itch around his cranial area. He got a big old noodle. I did a short on him. Let's see. He's a mayoral candidate. Oh, he blocked ICE. He doesn't want to cooperate with ICE. Go figure. No, not an immigrant from Somalia. I wonder which way he's going to vote. It's interesting because I told you guys that I thought that it was about the reason that they let those people immigrate here and they had the border open. It was my belief at the time that they were trying to... Where'd I put those babes? I want to put them in here. That they were trying to secure future voters for the Democratic Party. That was my belief. But, no, it was bigger than that. They wanted to infiltrate every corner of America with immigrants. I mean... Yeah, in my opinion, it was part of a bigger plan. The long-term, long-term plan. I don't want to hear about y'all feeling sorry for him. I want to know his history. I want to know who he is. And, he's part of the Democratic Party, so he ain't going to help nothing. We all saw what happened during George Floyd and all of that, They literally burnt the precinct to the ground. Yeah, that was Minneapolis. The cops were running down the freaking streets with their property, fearing for their lives. Crazy. Crazy. If that was you or I, oh God, honey. The National Guard would have been boots on the ground. We would have been hog-tied. We would have been getting pepper sprayed, probably shot in the kneecaps. Like, are you kidding right now? It's crazy. So this was the same city, apparently. State, Minnesota. What was the name of that movie that was really good? The Rise and Falls of Minneapolis. I was a full George Floyd supporter for like 4 years. It's crazy. 3? I think about 3 years. Yeah. I was out there marching for like Black Lives Matter back in the day. Ain't that crazy? I like decorated my whole car. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Both parties is the same to me now. I don't even want to talk about it, but I do think that the right, because of Christian values and because of so many people actually being Catholic and Christian and all of these different, a lot of Christian religions, I do think because of that, the Conservative Party is by far the more rational party. But I do think at the same time, due to that same Christian compassion, I think that they have a propensity to be naive as well, and they want to deny the fact that some of the Republican Party is corrupt. Well, now they're waking up because they're pissed They want them Epstein files, honey. And I get that. I mean, I completely agree. I'm right there with you guys. I want to see the list. First you say, oh, we're going to release the list. Then you get in there and you say, oh, we got the list. And then you say, oh, well, the list doesn't exist. You said you had like 10,000s of hours of videotapes of corruptness. Didn't they say that? They did. They did. They said that they had tens of thousands of videos. I just remembered that. They said they had tens of thousands of videos from Epstein Island. Remember? So what happened to all the videos? I remembered that just now. They did. The FBI said that they obtained tens of thousands of footage, video footage from Epstein Island. And they had a list. Now both of those things apparently don't exist. Well, I am happy for the people that are out here in the streets throwing a tantrum over this. Fight, fight, fight. You have every right to be pissed about them, you know, at the very least covering this shit up, if not blatantly lying and hiding the information. You have every right, and I'm right there with you. Right there with you. Yo, I got to go. I got to go use the bathroom so bad I'm going to twinkle in my pants if I don't go. At all. Yeah, everybody's just got to mess my day up. I was in such a good mood. I was just ready to get the day started. And nothing ever goes right. And I swear to God, everybody that comes into my contact, it's like they intentionally do the shit. It's like, why even offer if you're just going to try to botch it all up? It looks like I'll be able to get a ride out of here, hopefully. I really appreciate the lady that stopped to check on me. That was so sweet of her. It looked like she had her, maybe her son in the car with her. Handsome boy. Every time I see these people out here with their children, it makes me really happy. I hope no other parent ever has to go through what the hell I've been through. And it wasn't enough. Destroying my life, marking me. It wasn't enough. Taking my child. It wasn't enough. Society still wasn't done. It's crazy. It just gets worse and worse. Every time I think it can't, it does. It does. And I'm just at a point where I don't care anymore. I don't. There's nothing I can do to control the situation. There's nothing I can do to change the situation. I done everything that I was supposed to do. I got clean, started getting educated, started a career, stopped drinking, stopped doing drugs, stopped hanging out with nefarious people, got my act together, started becoming responsible, worked on not cussing, really trying to stay focused on not smoking. You know, I mean, it's literally to a point when I look back, I don't think that people wanted me to change. I think people are angry at me for changing. And I think they gonna stay mad too. Shit. I didn't make all of these changes to turn back now. If I die because I kept my morals and values, then I know 100% I'm going to heaven. You know what I mean? Because that's the goal. That's the mission. It's to honor God and to honor yourself by being responsible for yourself and standing on ground on His word. That means if you starve, you starve. And I would rather starve than go back to stripping. I would rather starve than go back to drinking. I would rather starve than go back into an abusive situation. I guess I made that decision when I got clean, because that's really when things started going downhill 5 years ago. And they have not looked up, honey. I've lost everything. I used to have a damn walk-in closet with damn $400 jeans and nice car, and I didn't have to worry about anything. And I've lost everything because I chose to do the right thing, get clean, and back away from any and everyone that was involved in drug use or anything illegal. And this has been my punishment. I started this channel to try to help people, and my own following tried to destroy me, and they did. You win. I lost everything. I have nothing. And you still ain't happy. But I am. And I will continue to be. But you won't be. Probably ever. I'll pray for you. I love you guys. And maybe tomorrow we can try to start off on another foot. It's Friday. Maybe I might try to go somewhere where I can actually like put up my camera stand and actually take my weights. I need to do some upper body. I did a little bit today, but I really wanted to focus on my glutes today. I focused on like RDLs, and I don't know how to do those, but I definitely feel it. And I did Bulgarian split squats, sumo squats, push-ups. I did a little something just to try to get my body moving. Probably about 45 minutes of heavy weightlifting. But we definitely I need to try to get outside if it's not going to rain, because the only thing that's like literally pushing me through this depression is coming out here and talking to y'all. Like, seriously, there's been times where I was like, maybe I should just like go to the hospital. Like, I'm really fucking depressed. This is a lot. It ain't gonna help nothing. I won't get no help there. They won't do nothing. What are they gonna help me with? My homelessness? I mean, unless they can give me a house or $1 million, homie, there ain't really much they can do for me. You know? Unless they can go down, rewrite history. They got a time machine. I can go back to 9 months ago and damn not walking that Planet Fitness. You know, I don't think there's much they can do for me, okay? The fact is that even under all of these bad circumstances, I still be holding it together better than most people. I do. I really do. I really do. At least I'm not like bitter and angry and taking it out on everybody like I have everybody do to me. That's what I'm saying. Never have I ever walked into a gas station and just snapped some lady's head off because I was mad at the world. But I have that happen to me every day. That's what I mean. That when I say, oh, I'm doing better than half of society, at least I can wake up no matter rain or shine. If I'm sleeping in a barn or on concrete, I still somehow try to get up and commit to a schedule and working. And I try to stay positive and smiling. And that's better than most people. It'll be fun, I guess. I'll either die out here or maybe win the lottery. I don't know. But I love you guys, and we'll talk tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll have my nicotine patch, and I'll have my life together with my stuff together. And, yeah, I just want to be honest that things just get worse and worse. It's probably going to be like that for a while. You know, it might get to the point to where I don't have a way to even have another change of clothes. It's just the reality of the situation when you're on the streets. And I feel so bad for that other creator that people treat like crap. The girl that I showed you. Like, don't leave that girl alone, I swear to God. She's young too, and people are just so consumed with things that they shouldn't be. Instead of asking her how she survives or if she's going to be okay or how she stays warm, no, they're just breaking her down because she's too pretty to be homeless. That's crazy. There's tons of people that are homeless just like me, that look just like me. They probably don't walk or talk or act like me, but they're just like me and you. So it's crazy to think that homelessness has a look. Like, I know, you know. Anyways, I love you guys. Pray for me. I'm praying for y'all, and we'll talk soon. Maybe under better circumstances tomorrow. Sorry everything gets all messed up because that's life. Y'all be safe. Good night.